Have you ever wondered why on airplanes they have you put your mask on first before putting a mask on like an elderly person or your kids? The reason why is you both could pass out and neither of you will end up living, where, you know, if you put your mask on first, if the person passes out, you may be able to still get their mask on and save both of you. I feel like it's the same thing in business or even in just life. I feel like we kind of need to put our own mask on, and, you know, whether that be, you know, monetarily, so helping ourselves first monetarily, then help others, or help ourselves, you know, making sure that we're happy before somebody else is happy. I feel like we just need to start focusing on putting our own mask on first. I don't think that, you know, we need to be handing things out all the time and, you know, helping out family and worrying about, you know, what other people are thinking when, you know, we're not even happy. Because what that does, that has a tendency to breed regret, and it has a tendency to breed anger and resentment, and then eventually, you know, it gets to a point to where you just, you know, you don't even have a relationship with that person anymore. So a good example of that is last year, or over the last 2 years, I've been traveling, you know, and I love traveling, but I've been traveling, you know, close to, you know, 40 plus weeks out of the year, teaching like 700 classes a year. And I didn't teach 700 last year, but I did the year before that. But what happened was, I feel like I started moving slightly from giving genuine education and genuine, you know, heart to my classes to almost being, I never really became a salesman, but I definitely feel like my priorities changed, and I had sold a little bit more, where I feel like if I was focused, and I started to resent it, and I really started to, you know, start thinking about getting out of, you know, teaching in general. And this year came around, and you know, some things happened where, you know, I'm not working for that company anymore, and it's actually kind of a blessing, because now I can focus back on doing what I love, and that's touching the hairdresser and you know, going into salons and truly giving you the best information I possibly can for you specifically. So that's how I'm actually going to treat myself better in 2020, is, you know, I'm going to focus on myself and making myself happy, as well as, you know, making myself, you know, comfortable monetarily. And that way I can actually turn around and give it to you, and give you good education and you know, good knowledge, you know, or you know, just my thoughts. So that's kind of you know, my 2020, you know, resolution is to put my own oxygen mask on first before I help others, so I can actually help others and possibly save lives that way. And, you know, my question to you is, how are you guys going to do it this year? You know, how are you guys going to focus on you, and what are you going to do to take care of yourself first? I love each and every one of you. I know that you guys work very, very, very hard, and I hope you're super successful in the beginning of the roaring 20s. Thank you guys so much.